Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
This, in fact, is the Ramble, and I'm Alex. California, from a very cheap apartment that he rents. He's been renting for what? How many years now?
34.
Yeah, 34 years. It's Larry Bubbles Brown.
How's it going, Alex? I heard
yeah.
you had a visit to the dentist.
Yeah, a little visit to the dentist.
Always a horror story.
Yeah, well, it's not that it's a horror story. I years ago quit having fears about dentistry, because I started to see them so much that you kind of get used to it. And so I have always had kind of a positive approach towards it, In fact, when I was doing the radio show, and then I was also doing a TV show, special. And I was so exhausted from going back and forth between them that when I had a dental appointment, I looked forward to it because they'd give me the gas and I'd have at least an hour where nobody could, impinge on my life. So I learned to almost relax in the chair. But, nobody likes to have a tooth pulled. And actually, from a technical standpoint, I'd have to have a dentist here to agree with what I'm saying. What I've always heard is that having a tooth pulled is less traumatic to you and to your mouth and to your whatever than having your teeth drilled.
Wow.
In fact, they use less Novocaine. That's what I'm told. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true. Don't take it to the bank, ladies and gentlemen. You can take it to the Bank of Bennett and leave it there if you want to. But anyway, so, having a tooth pulled, though, just the idea that they're going to yank this thing out of your mouth that, well, I've had this for, oh, God, if I'm 79 now, maybe I've had this tooth since I was, 10 years old. 69. So this tooth has been in my mouth for years and years and years, and now this old friend is leaving me, being pulled out by a total stranger.
They couldn't save it?
No, it's just that it was a tooth in which the gum had kind of receded from the tooth, and you could see the root, and it's been that way for 20 years. They told me 20 years ago, that tooth's going to have to go. Well, I mean, that was 20 years ago, maybe 25. I mean, this goes back to when I was still working at Live 105 that a dentist told me this. Oh, that tooth's got to go. Try and keep that area clean in there because it could get infected, and that's the thing you got to be worried about. Well, it wasn't until now that it got suitably infected that they said, it's going to give you more trouble than it's worth. We can keep giving you antibiotics, but you don't want to do that. So he said, I'd pull it if I were you. And this is the guy who was going to do the pulling. He was not my dentist. So I let him take it. And now I got this big gap in my mouth, which will be filled in with what they call a clipper, which is a little clip-on tooth that you put in there, and it fills up the space, prevents the teeth from growing together, getting closer together.
I never heard of that.
Once you have a tooth pulled, your other teeth have a tendency to move closer together. So what you want to do is keep them separated in case maybe you want an implant or something like that. Plus, I've used these clippers before, and they're, can I be honest, they're okay. They're really terrific. I had a couple of other teeth pulled in which I had to get clippers before they did the implant. And I enjoyed it so much that when it came time to put in the implant, I almost didn't want them to. I was enjoying using this thing every day. I found it very convenient, and it didn't bother me at all. After a while, you get used to it, kind of like it's another tooth, except at night you take it out. So.
Oh, well, my dentist just retired in the middle of very abruptly, so I have to find a new one. And it's I don't know how you do that, because you want to find somebody you're comfortable with. And,
well, you don't like to change dentists because you're used to your dentist.
Yeah.
But my dentist, quite frankly, I've lost all trust in. A good example that I was giving last night is that my dentist said, well, you've got to get that tooth pulled. You got to get pulled now because you're infected, right? You've got an infection. Here's some penicillin. Take it for the next 10 days. But we got to get it done immediately. So they set me up with a doctor. And I said to her, how much, to my old dentist, how much will this cost? She says, well, I would charge $650 to pull it, but you're going to an oral surgeon and they'll probably charge double.
Wow.
What do you think the charge for pulling the tooth? Not the gas. The gas was $165. But pulling the tooth, how much do you think he charged me?
Well, I would think 500 would be fair, but
yeah, well, 500 was exactly what he charged me, and she told me it was going to be double 650.
Yeah,
she was charging more than an oral surgeon. So how do you trust that?
Yeah, exactly. That's
then I decided I needed a clipper, so I called her and I said the office over there, and I said I need to have the clipper put in. And they called me back and they said, okay, we'll have you in here on Tuesday for a fitting. I went, okay. And they said, that will be $875. So I said, okay, I'll be there. So then I called my wife, who's got a new dentist she's been seeing. 'Cause she used to see this dentist. That's how I started seeing the dentist. She went and got herself a newer dentist. And I said, why don't you call upstairs to your new dentist, because it's upstairs from her office, and find out how much it's going to cost me to get a clipper for this thing. A clip-on. I was calling it a fake tooth, whatever. And she got the people on the phone, and I talked to them. And they said, that will cost you, what did she say? I think $500. And your insurance will cover 50% of it. So all you'll really wind up paying is about $250. Mm-hmm. Well, that's a big difference from $875.
Yeah.
And I don't see that her clip-on's going to be any better than the one that my dentist was doing. And if my dentist is perhaps going to somebody who is very special at making these things, well, then think less than that for your clients and try and get them the best deal on things like that, But she was just upcharging us on everything.
Better bail on that.
Well, we did, but the hard thing is bailing on a dentist you've gone to for, the last 10 years? Mm-hmm. Just because, like you said, your dentist is going out of business, he's quitting the job, and now you've got to find a new dentist. A dentist is something you always rely on. You know them, you can call them, they know you got an emergency, they're there for you, and so on. And so you're afraid to leave the comfort of that to go to somebody else who you don't know, who might actually be better, cheaper, and whatever. I mean, I never got a real break in dentistry with this with my current dentist. She charged me top dollar for everything. And I'd go, maybe this is just what it costs now. But no, it's not what it costs now. If this oral surgeon is pulling out my tooth for $500, he's a fucking oral surgeon. He could charge more, but he doesn't. So he knows what the going rate is for that. The part that got me, though, was the gas.
Gas was a bargain.
No, $165 for the gas. I mean, come on. I said to them, could I just I don't know, next time we do this, could I just bring about half a dozen cans of Ready Whip? You know, because it has nitrous oxide as the propellant, and you simply breathe it in, and it will get you high like nitrous oxide. I said, it's only fucking air. I knew a guy who would buy a bottle of this stuff, big giant, you know, metal bottle of it, and take it to parties and get people high. It was in a big blue bottle. We always knew the nitrous oxide bottle because it was blue. And, you know, I mean, he would just get everybody high. I think he bought one of these big, this was years ago, but bought one of these big giant nitrous oxide things for like, you know, rented them out for, I don't know, $10, $15. That's why he took them around to parties. So I don't know why I'm getting charged $165 for nitrous oxide, and they said, well, because it takes a specialist to mix it. I said, you mean the woman sitting next to me, who's, when I say give me more, they lower the oxygen level, you know. So that one got me, the price on that. That was the expensive part. The tooth being pulled seemed to be rather reasonable, you know. And then I've had no pain. Absolute. I'm suspicious that the tooth was really pulled because it doesn't feel like anything went on there. Just that there's a big gap now. So I got through it okay, you know. So.
Well, the dentist it's an odd job. They make a lot of money, but being in someone's mouth all day would sound disgusting to me.
There's supposedly a very high suicide rate among dentists.
I always said it had a higher suicide rate. Yeah.
Here's what I was thinking. There's, you know, where I went was a practice in which this guy and another guy, and maybe they have some other people that work with them, all were setting up. You know, we're going from room to room, removing teeth. When I walked down the hall, there were at least 8, if not 10, different rooms for patients to sit in, you know, with the chair and everything like that. And I couldn't help but think this guy goes from room to room to room to room all day long, pulling this tooth, pulling that tooth, pulling another tooth. No wonder they commit suicide. I would go nuts if I had to do that as my job, pulling teeth all day. Well, I try to keep this network alive. That's like pulling teeth. But the fact is that, you know, what a boring fucking job that is.
Yeah.
In fact, I had one dentist say to me, yeah, the reason there's such a high suicide rate is basically this is carpentry.
It's a high-paid factory job.
He said, there's nothing new. I mean, you got to fill a tooth, you do it this way. You got to pull a tooth, you do it that way. You know, it's not like, you know, a doctor, a surgeon, for instance, has to be a sleuth. Doctors have to figure out what's wrong with you. Dentists don't. Dentists know what's wrong with you. Ow, my tooth hurts. Oh, yeah, it's you've got an infected tooth there. You've got a cavity there, or whatever. And then what do? It's just carpentry. Chisel, chisel, chisel. Tap, tap, tap. Bum, bum, bum. Next, you know. So I mean, it's repetitious work.
Yeah.
And I don't know why anybody goes into that. Now,
Me either. It's you got to go. It's just like you're a doctor, so you got to go through years of medical school.
Yeah. So I mean, it's quite a deal, and I'm always amazed that these guys don't commit suicide more often. You know, that I haven't known one that's committed suicide. The only positive part of it is the money. And these guys make better money, I think, than regular doctors now, because regular doctors are getting paid so badly by not only Medicare, but by the insurance companies, that a lot of them have to, like, get together in groups, and they have to go to work for HMOs or whatever, whereas you don't hear dentists doing that. All dentists are, you know, raking in the bucks, because there's very little insurance. I have Delta Dental, and that takes care of up to $2,500 a year, which is really good because usually most dental plans are only $1,500. So they cover a lot. I can get a lot of work done for that.
Yeah, most dental plans are the worst.
Well, they think it's dental assistance or something like that, you know. But so and I haven't used up that much of mine so far. But I'm going to have a lot of dental work done this year. But you see, I don't want to have too much dental work done, okay? Because I'm depressive like you.
Mm-hmm.
I just would hate to go and have another implant put in my mouth, and the day after they finish the implant, I drop dead. I mean,
It's all about timing.
Yeah, $5,000, and I'm dead. And what's buried with me? This implant that, after the rest of me decays, will still be lying there in the coffin.
We think alike.
Did you ever hear the story on how implants were invented? Do you know who invented the implants?
No, it's.
I think it was like the Samoans, some South Sea tribes. What they did was, when somebody lost a tooth, they would take some wood or whatever and pound it into their jaw, and then they would put a fake tooth on it. That was the birth of the implant. They were doing these centuries ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Of course, but they didn't charge $5,000.
Is that what it is now?
I'd say, first of all, if you're going to get an implant, folks, I'll tell you this. This is really good. If you get an implant, first they got to pull the tooth. That's $500. Okay. Although I had another doctor pull a tooth and charge me $900. But let's say $500 for that. Okay, that's for starters. Now you go to the implant. If you're lucky, you'll get somebody who will do an implant for $2,500. Now we're up to $3,000. Now you got to add to that before they put in the implant, they have to take a CT scan in order to make sure your jaw, your sinuses can take it, and that they won't drill past a certain point in your sinuses to put it in, because you don't want to puncture into the sinus. So you did a CT scan, that's another $300, and now we're up to $3,300. Okay, then your dentist has to make the clipper, which is considered important because the clipper keeps the teeth separated while your mouth is healing, and it takes about 3 months for your mouth to heal before they can put the implant in. And then when they put the implant in, you got to have another 3 months before they will then finalize it and make it available for the tooth. So that's another let's say another $500. So now we're up to $3,800, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, after you're through with all of that, you got to have the tooth made to put on the implant, and that last time I did it cost me almost $2,000. What are we up to now? We're up to like $5,800.
58.
And but I think my dentist probably charged me too much for the crown. But that, so it's not cheap, and that's for one fucking tooth.
Yeah, that's I couldn't do that.
Yeah. So I mean, who wants this? So I'm going to pay out that kind of money to get a tooth fixed at 79 years of age. Okay. What are my options? I can have a tooth missing and look like a Trump voter,
Or a Walmart shopper.
A Walmart shopper, yeah, that's another good thing you kind of look like. So, I mean, and a lot of people I know who lose their tooth at my age, just unless it's in the front, in which case you got to do something about that. But this is in the back. You can't see it when I open my mouth. My business manager, Gary, lost the same tooth. He never got it replaced. He said he got used to the gap there. My father lost the same tooth. That tooth seems to go. It's the second tooth in. Well, it's the third tooth in if you still got wisdom teeth. Second tooth in if you don't. My father lost that tooth, and a lot of people I know, that's the tooth they lose, and they don't do anything about it because nobody's going to see it, And I'm giving it the extra expense because I want to get the clip on. So that's my dental story. Once again, folks, you heard it last night. You can hear it again tonight. Fuck you. It's the only excitement in my life. What did you do that was exciting lately? Well, I had a tooth pulled. Remember when it used to be I got laid? So,
Yeah, those days are gone.
yeah, those days are gone. So, what the hell? So what's new in the life of Larry Bubbles? Oh, by the way, yesterday I was talking to a girlfriend, and she said, "How do you get that? Why is he using the name Bubbles?" And I was trying to remember the comedian who named you Bubbles.
Paula Poundstone.
Paula Poundstone. That's it. And is she just what? That was because of your ebullient personality?
No, I was trying to get her. I was trying to get her to go to a hot tub after an open mic, and she thought that was so hysterical.
Oh,
she started calling me Bubbles.
Oh, I see. After the hot tub.
Yeah, there was this hot tub on Van Ness, and people used to go there. And I can't believe I did it. It's so disgusting with the germs now I think about it. But I think it's still there.
Well, yeah.
So after this open mic, I said, "We should go to a hot tub. Let's go to a hot tub." And Bubbles. So she started calling me Bubbles.
I see. But I often thought it was because your personality was so.
I think that's why it stuck.
Effusive.
Yeah, because I'm so unbubbly. So.
Yeah. So, but it stuck. And so, did she start calling you that when other people were around?
Yeah. That's why, because everyone started laughing when she was calling me Bubbles, and there you have it.
And so you then started calling yourself Bubbles and said, "I'll go along."
I kind of didn't like it, but I didn't. But people started calling me that, and it just kind of stuck. And
yeah. It stuck, and you're stuck with it now.
And every time I go on the road, I go back in the '80s. I'd arrive at the airport, and they were shocked. For some reason, they thought I'd be black because I don't know why, but the name Bubbles. We thought you'd be black.
Yeah.
I have no idea why they would think that. But.
Well, there was a tap dance team known as Buckin' Bubbles in vaudeville.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So maybe that's where they got it from. Plus, it's Larry Bubbles Brown. I mean, Larry Brown is a real black name.
Yes.
So I mean, because and you've had that name ever since. I mean, you in fact have.
Yeah, it was my second year of stand-up. So.
You've adopted it so much that you literally bill yourself as Larry Bubbles Brown.
Yeah, I can't. When I did the last Letterman, they said Letterman never does nicknames, but Eddie Brill talked him into doing it when he introduced me. So.
Well, that's your stage name.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I call you Bubbles or Bubs.
Yeah. But I kind of like Bub. Wasn't that the name of? It was like on My Three Sons, William Frawley. Wasn't it Uncle Bub?
Yeah, I'm wondering what my middle name should be like that. Slow Boil.
Yeah, we never had a nickname for you.
No, except some people call me. They called me that asshole, but I assume that was just lovingly said.
You're beloved.
Yes, because I'm so beloved. So, have you been working lately? Any interesting gigs?
I've been working. I did a gig in Oakland last night, and I didn't get shot, so that was good. And
I mean, have you been opening for anybody interesting? Because you're
nobody No, that's. I got to get some of those good gigs going again.
You're an opening act, right? Or middle act.
I'm a middle act, which is very comfortable for me. Although I do open for people like Carvey and Schneider.
Well, you're the middle act because they're the main act, and there's really no middle act. There's an opening act, and then there's Carvey or whoever. And
Rob wanted to take me to Australia, and I had to turn that down when I found out it was a 15-hour flight. So
why would you? Because you know what?
I'd love to go there too. So.
No, what you told me was, though, you used to fly gliders.
Yeah.
And yet you won't get on a fucking airplane. I don't understand
This is not a fear of flying. This is just being trapped for 15 hours. That's just...
You know something? Do you take drugs at all?
Well, you would need something to knock you out that's like a full day.
I've gone to China. That's a 22-hour flight, something like that. But I'll tell you,
you're pretty good about that. I could never do that.
Well, I bring along some Xanax. That puts me to sleep. So there's 8 hours right there. Okay. And then, they keep you occupied at dinner and lunch and, snacks and movies and things like that. And once you get there, it really it didn't it. I knew it was going to be a long flight, and I figured it was going to be arduous, but it wasn't. So, it was okay. It was terrific. So, next time he tells you, you should just try the experience once to see if you can do it.
Well, I'd love to go there. It sounds like an interesting place.
Yeah, and how's Rob doing? Is he fine?
Rob's like the hardest working man in show business. I'm supposed to be in Vegas with him next month, and he just got back from, I think, Japan, entertaining the troops. He never stops, and he's doing that show on Netflix, and he's doing stand-up all over the country. So I don't know how he does it.
Is he doing more of that Netflix show, or is that it?
I think they're doing another season. Yeah.
Are they really good for him? I like that show. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, like he told me, he said the first season, the first couple of episodes sucked, and then it gets better, and he's right. And
yeah.
It's not bad, right?
Right. It's a terrific show. Anyway, got to go, but
right.
Let's get together next week, okay?
Will do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Bubbles Brown.
Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Well, thank you very much, Larry. That was an old Larry. I'll tell you what happened. And to begin with, it screwed up a lot tonight at the very beginning. I had to restart it in order to get it going right, and then it didn't go right anyway. So, but anyway, last night I thought it was Friday. And I ran Larry Bubbles Brown, as I always do on Fridays. And then all of a sudden I realized it was Thursday. Now, this kind of thing has been happening to me a lot lately, and it's really starting to bother me because there was a time where I made very few mistakes here. It was not a major thing for me to do a show and to not really do a pretty good job of getting everything done. Instead, I now seem to make so many mistakes, it's ridiculous, and I keep forgetting. And yes, a lot of it has to do with aging, but a lot of it has to do with, aging. And it makes me begin to wonder whether I'm capable of continuing doing any of this. I never ever thought of retiring. Okay, it's just not something in my best of whatever. It's not in my mindset. Okay, but as I've gotten older here, I find that I'm making mistakes more and more. I'm forgetting names like crazy. And I quite frankly, I don't want to continue doing a program that people say, he used to be really good, but have you heard him lately? He's really old and he's screwed up. I'd like to think that I can still do a decent show, but there are things that are hampering that. And like tonight, I had a problem because I was having a problem last night where all of a sudden my face was disappearing. You remember that? And I finally figured the problem out about 2 minutes before we went on the air tonight. And it has I won't explain to you what it is. But anyway, I think that's what it is. It better be that's what it is. But anyway, I solved the problem. And then we went on the air, and all of a sudden I noticed, I didn't start it right and all of that, and I had to go back and start all over again so that the final version would look okay. And then when I did it, I pushed the thing for Bubbles, and I didn't have him, he didn't come up immediately. Just one thing after another. I couldn't somehow get my problem straightened out completely. And in the old days, I just go boom, 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 and that would be it, okay? So, I'm getting more increasingly depressed about the fact that I don't think I can do this program to the best of my ability. And I don't want anybody ever to say, hey, I heard Alex Bennett last night. Man, that guy's getting so old. He's really screwing up, you know? So I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. And I hope, you know, I just don't know. I really don't know. It's just gotten me really depressed. But anyway, let's just get to our citizen panel, of which there are only 3 people waiting. You know, it's been terrible. That's been terrible this week, too. The participation on this program has been abysmal. So, you know. Hi, everybody. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Josh, are you with us? Oh,
I'm here.
yeah. I just wanted to know that you were with us. What are you doing there with your iPad?
It's my phone. I'm sending a note to Patrick.
Are you sending a note to Patrick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. How you doing, Charlie?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Still hot.
Well, you're always at the girlfriend's house now.
Well, as often as I can.
Yeah. Now you have your own place.
Yeah.
Why didn't she go stay there with you, or is her place nicer?
Her place is nicer.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. We will we'll accept that. Here comes Tom Yamaguchi. Hello, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing okay. By the way, speaking of making some mistakes, I see on your YouTube page that the date is 7/8/2025. That month is actually August. We're in August.
What does it say? Well, there it says there. That's another one. Let's see here. Oh, it's 7/8/25. Yeah. Okay.
So
Well.
leave it to me to make you even more depressed.
Yeah, you make me more depressed. It's too bad, you know, but you do make me depressed. So, let me see here. 8. All right.
Because, I've never gotten a date wrong in my whole life.
In your whole life, you've never gotten a date wrong?
Yeah, and I can sell you a good bridge in New York, too.
Okay. You know, I mean, I don't, you know, something like that 8, 7, 8, I know that can be a real problem. In fact, the days before it have been the same way. Because somewhere along the line, what I do is I cut and paste these things.
Uh-huh.
All right. And so if I cut and paste, a lot of times it's wrong. But here, I'll just change the others as well. Excuse me, I'll do this work right now, folks. So you can. Let me see here. That's what date is that one? That's 7/8 too. So we give that an 8. Okay, and we should be okay now. I don't know. I don't know what causes it, but okay. Studio discard changes. I don't want to discard changes. Oh, save. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's those are working now. I probably have to go change a few other things too. I don't know, but I'll survive it. Okay. Anyway. And hello to Jeff as well. We say hello to Jeff. And all I'm saying is that so you have date problems too, right, Charlie?
Date problems?
No, I mean, what was the problem you were talking about?
Oh, yeah, I do that. I do the same thing. I cut and paste when I go give out the schedule for every week, and every once in a while I'll forget to update the date, and it'll have the wrong date on it.
Well, I've got so many things to do here. I've got to do a thing where I go to the what do you call it? To the I see. I can't even remember what I'm talking about. I don't know where I was. Okay, forget it. See, it's.
Hey, Patrick's here.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick.
Hi,
How are you?
I am alive and happy to be alive.
Happy to be alive.
Amen.
Oh, okay. You didn't come close to dying or anything. You're just happy to be alive.
Yeah, I don't think I'm close to dying.
Huh? No.
I don't think I'm close to dying.
No,
I hope not.
No, I am. Because I look at my age. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
What? I'm gonna live to be 100 and be just. Did you hear who died today?
William Webster.
William James, was it James
Lovell?
Lovell.
Oh, James. Yeah, Lovell.
James
He
Lovell,
actually died yesterday.
Oh, I
Really?
just saw it today. Yeah.
Well, you see, I have the wrong date down.
I saw it today
No,
too.
no. They released it. They released it. They announced it today, but he died yesterday.
Well,
Yeah. He died at 97, I think it was.
yeah, 97.
And who did I see died at 101 today?
I
Somebody.
think that was William Webster,
Yeah. Yeah.
former CIA and FBI.
Yeah. Okay, here are a couple more people here. Let's see here. There's
Kevin's chair.
Kevin's chair, which is always a good thing. And Bree's with us. Undoubtedly, he's ready to go out to lunch, so we're going to see him walk down the street and then buy food, you know. So, and he's in Malaysia. Hi there, Kevin. Oh, look at that green cap. That's nice.
With his Amazon vest too.
Oh, where did you get the Amazon vest from? Kevin?
I don't think he was on yet.
Oh, let's see. You got an Amazon vest.
Yeah.
Why do you have an Amazon vest?
Because I've been working for him for the last 2 or 3 months.
Oh, really? I
Oh,
didn't
wow.
know that. So you're delivering
Yeah,
Amazon?
you knew that. I told you that many times.
Oh, so
You don't remember?
You're delivering Amazon. Okay.
Yes. Since I got excommunicated from DoorDash, I do side money.
Yeah, I forget now.
Wherever I can earn a buck, my kid's in college.
Yeah.
Going broke.
Yeah. But DoorDash, what? I forgot. Why did they get rid of you?
I don't know. I have no idea why.
Oh, they just
I've
told.
appealed 7 times and I have no idea
wait
why
a
they.
minute. And you know what I haven't done? I haven't put your faces on here. You know?
Oh, yeah, you're not on YouTube yet.
Somebody
Yeah,
complained
there we
about it.
go. There we go. Yeah, it's on you. And now I got everybody. See, I'm making nothing but mistakes tonight. I give up. What?
Your
Lighten
face is,
up.
your
His
face
face
is
disappeared
disappearing.
again.
My face is
Yeah.
not disappearing. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, boy. I thought I took care of it. Well, let's see.
I
here.
thought it was perfect. You gotta let it go.
Huh?
You gotta let it go. You said hi to everybody but me, but that's okay, you know.
Yeah.
You know I'm here.
It's the headless Alex.
Let me see here.
Well,
Headless horseman.
that's really weird.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why that's happening
Hey, what's
now. Temperature. No, it doesn't work, actually.
Wow.
This is really weird, you know. It only happens on, believe it or not, it only happens on Zoom. It doesn't happen on my camera. I don't have a problem. So there's something new with Zoom or something that screws it up. But let me see here. Let me see if I can bring my head back. What I will do is I will go over here and then I will go to background and effects and then I will take off that I have a green screen and it should bring back my head. There we
Yeah.
go. You know, but I don't like to do it this way because, you know, it does work better though than it ever has. This is you don't have to have a green screen to do this.
Yeah.
So,
Did you lose your head again?
yeah, I lost my head. And nothing, you know.
You've been doing that all week, Alex.
Yeah, I didn't have you guys on here, you know. I didn't have you guys on here. I just had other stuff. and people weren't getting the program like they should. I'm screwing up on everything. So I don't know what to do. Anybody want to come and do it for me?
I'll be a producer.
By the way, has anybody noticed that Ray is looking more and more every day like Anderson Cooper?
I wish I had his money.
Yeah.
Doesn't he look like Anderson Cooper? Am I right?
He's a Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tony's getting
I'm a Vanderbilt.
And Tony's getting more and more to look like Uncle Fester.
Look at my hair. I actually got hair now.
Let's see your whole face, Tony. Come on.
Can you see me now?
There you go.
Oh, he is Uncle Fester.
No, move it up. Move it up.
And now put a light bulb in your mouth.
You moved it. Wait a minute. You moved it up, and then it went back down.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Is that
there
better?
You go.
Yeah.
Keeps moving.
How's that?
Get a new camera.
I could go on my Apple. Should I put the iMac on and boot up the other one? I'm on the Surface, that's why, because it's got the flash.
You're on the what?
My Microsoft Surface my brother bought me. I still got it going. It's still working.
Now, where are you talking to us from now? Are you still in the same house?
Yeah, I'm in the, I call it the basement where all my books are and my stereo and my music stuff.
I often
my brother's upstairs.
I said, I said in the past that the only way you can get into your apartment is through the window on the floor. The little vent that you go through.
Yeah. Remember when Bruce David called? I said, there's two entrances, one door there, and then I got another door like in the driveway that I can go in. Oh. And of course, I go in the house. From my apartment.
Do you still have a dog?
I got two actually, Alex. I got another dog. I have 4 clients with dog walking now. I got attached to Kansas, the male dog. I took him to the beach.
Do you have to be insured though to walk dogs? Because suppose something terrible happens to those dogs on your watch.
Well, I only do one at a time, but I'm not insured. They just trust me. I mean, I'm very protective of the dogs, so I don't let them with the dogs walking him. Unless they know the dog. Like they say, is that Brian's dog or Jane's? I says, yeah. And then I said, okay, only, if they know, when I'm walking the dog, I won't let them near other dogs at all. Because I don't want to be, I'm responsible when I have them. Like, God forbid the dog bites me.
Yeah, but I would
even with kids, Alex, I don't let them near anybody.
I think you'd want to get like some kind of insurance, liability insurance or something. So
Alex, I walked the other day 7 miles for walking the dogs. I was clocking myself on the watch.
Well, the dogs walk 7 miles. They drag you.
They're walking. I think I'm telling you, you see me? I think I lost about at least. I'm trying to get down to 160, and I think I'm going to be close. I'm not even working out anymore. I'm just doing a lot of walking.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm drinking my water when I'm walking because it's hot.
Okay. Well, I'm happy.
How tall are you?
I'm only like 5'7.5", Ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not that tall. I'm a short guinea. Sure, there's no height in my family.
Yeah. How you doing, Josh?
Doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, we got that report out of the way.
You only asked it was a simple question.
Yeah, it was a simple question. But,
simple answer.
People usually say things like, "Oh, things have been good, and we went out to dinner tonight, and blah 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 blah." Some kind of. I wasn't just asking for the sake of saying, "How are you doing?" But, what are you doing?
I did not go to dinner today.
You did not go to dinner today. Okay, well.
I did eat.
Yeah. And Ray, what's new in your life? Are you doing any plays or anything like that?
Yeah, that's why I haven't been here. I've been rehearsing for The Taming of the Shrew every night.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how's it going?
It's going, Hopefully we'll be ready by Friday.
Yeah. You what part are you playing?
Hortensio. Yes.
Yes. And Hortensio is in relationship to. I'm trying to remember the main character is male character.
Petruchio. Yeah.
Is in relationship to Petruchio. What is he?
Shakespeare.
He's like his best friend and is trying to woo the shrew's sister, Bianca, the pretty one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm way older than her, and I'm totally femme, and it's pretty funny.
You're a
Is it a comedy like thing, Rich?
Huh?
Is it going to be modern? Like you're not going to speak in Shakespeare, are you?
No, it's all
You're not going to
Shakespeare.
speak in Shakespeare?
No, we're speaking in
like Bruce
Shakespeare.
Benicio, so like a comedy, like maybe that would be funny.
Well,
No, it's Shakespearean English.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the 17th century.
I never ever tried to do Shakespeare. Forget it. That's rough.
Well, it's a hell of a lot of work. I mean, I spent hours and hours and hours and hours memorizing my lines. So,
are you good
Well,
at
that's why you
memory?
get the big bucks.
Yeah. Are you good at memorization?
I'm pretty average. I have to work my ass off. I've had huge parts, but I have to spend a hell of a lot of time to
Because
get
I wasn't very good at. I didn't think that I was very good at memorizing. However, when I started doing television and we went out doing things, and there was a script that I had to do, I somehow was able to do that. I don't know why.
Well, because sometimes I can tell you for sure when your brain, when there's a time limit and the pressure, there's some kind of adrenaline or something, and you remember much better. I've had that happen to me a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but when there's the time pressure thing kicks your memory in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Because these things that I was doing for like log on TV and whatever, although I wrote some of them myself, so that it was a lot easier to memorize. And there was no one there to argue that I was changing it while I was doing it. But I just found that when I didn't have any real pressure, and I just thought about the nature of the thing and didn't impose anything on myself, I was able to do it. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but I think you do.
I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, it's the same thing with Shakespeare, believe it
But
or
if you're
not.
good with memory, repeat what he said.
Oh, come on. Yeah, no. Like if you relax and you understand what you're talking about pretty precisely, then it makes it a lot easier to remember the words.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then on television, they're not going to be upset if you change a word here or there.
Some people would.
It depends on the script person and who who wrote it.
It depends on the writer. You know, there are some writers for films, for instance, who want you to say every word like it's written on the script.
Well, in plays, they always want you to do that.
And other people go, it's okay if you change it. If you feel comfortable changing it and doing a slightly different way, go ahead. Enjoy it. So. But I don't envy you.
It was hard. I got all my lines down now, and I'm able to just work.
Could you do a couple about 15 seconds of it?
Oh, okay. Your Honor's players, hearing your amendment, are come to play a pleasant comedy. Now I'm under pressure. For so your doctors hold it very meet, seeing too much sadness hath congealed thy blood, and melancholy is the nurse of frenzy. Therefore they think it good you hear a play and frame your mind in mirth and merriment, which bars 1,000 harms and lengthens life.
That's very bravo.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice. Very nice.
Can you translate that?
You impressed?
I do that with a southern accent.
Patrick looked impressed.
Better than I could give you some.
Yeah, me too.
And that's just like a tiny bit of what I have to do. I have pages.
Yeah, I can imagine. Anyway, so let's see. We have our guy from Amazon here. We have. What was that? Oh, that was another computer here. Let's see here. Virus and threat protection. Screw you. Anyway, see, everything's going wrong tonight. So anyway, anything been happening special in your life, Tom Yamaguchi?
Well, I was at my union meeting last night. We're in the process of ratifying a new contract for the next 3 years and getting a couple of dollars raised through that time period.
No, that's what union. That's what union.
That's SEIU 2015, the Home Care Workers Union.
Healthcare Workers Union.
Home
Okay.
care. Home care.
Home care.
Long-term home care. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that's what I do all day.
Okay. Good. Good.
And it was a good meeting to me. It was really good. I mean, it was the most political one I've been to in a long time.
Why? What way? Political in what way?
I think people are really fired up, especially with the passage of the big bad bill.
Mm-hmm.
They're really fired up and they're ready to fight back. And one of the ways they're fighting back is they've decided, or we've decided, our union to back Gavin Newsom in his attempt to redistrict. If the Republicans in Texas go and do it, we're going to follow suit. We're going to do it.
Well, that's what Newsom said he's going to do. That if in Texas they go ahead with this bill to reappropriate, redistricting and so on and so forth, that they're going to do the same thing in California to offset what goes on in Texas.
Well, Texas did that in 2011, which was 2 years after, was a year after the census, and they had just done it.
Yeah,
and they reapportioned it to get more seats, and
But you still got a problem, right? In Texas,
Well, they've got to wait for.
I mean, when they all left, last time when they all left the state, okay, that was an interesting prospect. What happened? But when they left the state, they came back eventually. Did they?
Yeah,
not?
that's what happens, and then they'll pass it then.
Wait a minute. And what happened in that instance? And
they came back and they, like I said, they had to come back and then they passed it, and they did the reapportionment.
Yeah, because what was that? Was it reapportionment on that one too?
Yeah,
it was too. Oh. Yeah. So it went through last time. So what do they want? They want the whole state reapportioned to nothing but them Republican districts?
They said they can get five
more Republican seats.
Yeah. So they can maintain their majority in the House.
Isn't there something illegal about that? I mean...
No, unfortunately not.
Nope.
Unfortunately not.
And right now, with the kind of Congress we have, there's nothing we can do to change that. Like, not say that's right. There's something wrong with that. You can't do that.
Right.
Oh God! It doesn't get any better, does it? Every day it just hurts a little more. And I feel bad for those people. So anyway. Let's see here. Is there anything that I wanted to bring up? I have nothing really important to talk about except the same old stuff. And I don't think we want to talk about that, do we? Or do we?
TRUMP?
Yes, TRUMP. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just getting to the point of absurdity, And because there is nobody to stop him, because there's no Republican Congress or a majority of Republicans and of Democrats in the Senate, there's nothing we can do.
Nope.
It's always kind of nice when what's the word I'm looking for? When there's a nice equal appropriation of senators to congressmen and so on, and maybe you've got a Democratic House and a Republican Senate or vice versa, and then you kind of have this negotiation that has to take place to get anything done.
Yeah.
But we're not at that point anymore. We're at a point where Trump wants, if he wanted to be passed tomorrow, that we want to lower the age for girls to have sex to 13, he could probably get it done. Well,
look at Maxwell. She's in a Club Fed now, and she's also allowed to come and go to some extent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I read today.
I think so.
House arrest.
No, it's not house arrest.
Because she's you know, 'cause she's not selling him out.
She's in a minimum facility.
Fed.
In
Minimum
which I
security
think it was the
facility, yes.
kind that what's her name? You know, the woman who used
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart was in. She was in that kind of facility, and I think at some point she got to come and go a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
So things are going to be a little better for.
Oh, I'm so
Billy
happy.
Maxwell.
You always do wish her well.
Yeah, I wish her well. You know.
Well,
she didn't really do anything that bad.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. She never admitted to any of it. You know, she never said, "Hey, I did it." You know, they just found her guilty of it and threw her in the slammer for 20
Well, there were all
years.
kinds of witnesses.
Yeah, they had witnesses.
They had like tons of witnesses. People who she coerced.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that may be the case, but as I say, that she never admitted to it.
Well, they never do.
She left but she left the possibility open that she would leave it at that way. That she didn't find herself guilty of anything or didn't admit to any guilt. So I mean, I don't feel sorry for her. Obviously, I mean, she comes from a pretty crummy family. She was that publisher in England, Maxwell. What was his first name? I'm trying to remember. He, before he died, was just a horrible guy. He was just horrible. And I guess she learned from him. But anyway, but I did feel, however, that they went after her because they couldn't get him because he was dead. And that they just they needed somebody to take the fall, and she was the one that was going to do it. Not that she didn't deserve to. That's not what I'm saying, but anyway, so but the fact that she's now in a federal penitentiary that is not like the other one, I can tell you that much. And she's, she's kind of. You say she's able to come and go, Ray?
Well, I read that somewhere today. I didn't read the details. I just saw the headline, so I think that's what it said. That's what it said. I don't know the details of it.
Yeah.
I don't think she can come and go, but she's in a light.
Well, let me see. I read
club fed.
I did read that. I don't. Maybe it was wrong.
Yeah,
maybe it was fake news.
Can play tennis and
maybe it was fake news. I don't know.
She gets to play tennis?
Really? In jail?
I wonder if they have a pickleball court.
Yeah.
Oh, we have bridge night.
Well, those low security prisons do have all that crap.
Yeah.
They got cable TV and everything else.
Cable TV.
My friend teaches pickleball at Folsom Prison.
Really?
Yeah. It's great for the prisoners.
They have softball
at small space.
They have softball over at it's a hell of one in Richmond, San Quentin.
Yeah.
They have all kinds of tournaments over there.
Excuse me, I meant San Quentin, not Folsom.
Isn't it?
It's a pickleball.
Isn't pickleball low impact tennis? Isn't it that really all it is?
I play pickleball a lot. It's
Extra
it's
large
actually
ping pongs.
it's with a wiffle ball. It's like a mix between ping pong tennis and badminton, I would say.
It looks to me to be like ping pong without the table.
Not, it kind of is. But once you start playing a lot better, it's just as hard on your body as tennis.
Well, let's ask the pickleball expert, Tony.
I play all the time.
I never played.
I love it.
But I hope to be arrested and start learning how to play.
Oh, yeah.
Free lessons.
I mean, I'm told that I think that on this cruise we're going to take, they actually have a pickleball court, and I'm thinking of canceling the trip.
At least shuffleboard I'd play,
yeah. Did you see, I knew it was going to happen eventually. I've seen these water slides they have on some of these cruises because they're for kids, right? You hear one of them broke down today or something like that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, wow.
And what was the outcome of that? Did anybody get hurt?
I think one guy got hurt, is what I saw.
And what happened to the water slide? Did it go into the ocean? I don't know. What happened?
I don't think it completely fell down. I didn't read the story. I just saw the headline.
Oh God! I hope one of those, like the Ferris wheels or whatever on those cruises, just fall into the water or something. You know,
Ferris wheel on a ship. That would be interesting.
Well, no, I often thought that a water slide on a ship was redundant. Okay,
Yes.
Those things were fun. I don't know if I'm ever going to go on one again, but those things were fun.
Well, we're going on one with no kids.
I don't mean the cruise. I meant the water slide.
Oh, the water slides. Well, that's another thing altogether. You know, what I see, there's this thing. Henry Winkler has a show called Dangerous Inventions or something like that, and one of them, they had a water slide that went down, but it supposedly went in a circle, so that you were supposedly going to go down. If you go fast enough, you would go down, and then you would, you know, go the circle and then out. But if you didn't go fast enough, guess what?
You got stuck in the circle.
Stuck in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
Then what you do is you have somebody like me follow up behind, and both of us go shooting.
What they did is they built an exit, a kind of a thing they could open up and let somebody out if they got stuck.
That's how you use it.
You know, but whoever thought of that one is a genius. You know,
I'll be stuck in here.
So let me see here, Josh. Anything politically that you see that's bothering you lately, or do you think the country's just running perfectly?
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Not politically, I mean, been busy, you know, working on my third article they asked me to write, and I went on their podcast for them on Sunday night and recorded that, so got that taken care of, and then working this week. But you know, I saw today, it's very strange. I don't understand. The IRS commissioner was fired, and apparently this is going to be the 6th person to run the IRS this year. I mean, I just don't.
Only the best.
Yeah, I just have such a tough time understanding how, you know, people, you know, voted and how they can approve, you know. I mean, I just don't know why they think that, you know, 6 different people heading, you know, a pretty major agency is wise. And, you know, I read an article about the massive amount of people that are leaving the FBI and the Department of Justice, many of whom work in counterterrorism, you know. So what'll happen here is people will get hurt, but, you know, it'll take a couple years, and, you know, people won't I mean, maybe they will then, but, you know, it will be Trump's fault. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, if you weaken the FBI and the CIA by the amount that they have, a couple years from now, I wouldn't be surprised if we suffer some sort of major attack again. I mean, you know, Islamist fundamentalists are not going to go away from the earth, you know. So I would say that we would be at risk. I mean, this purge of people is, you know, it's just, it's stupid, but it's like this Stalin-esque style purge of people. You know, what happened in that purge was they sent everybody off, and then when the war against Germany wasn't going very well, they had to go to the gulags and get them all out, you know, and put them back where they were because, you know, it was not working out. And I think, you know, the same kind of thing will happen. I mean, I think the DOJ and the FBI being destroyed, and, you know, this thing with the IRS, I just don't understand it. And, you know, my wife and I were talking a little bit ago. I think a lot of people do not understand how drastically, and I mean absolutely 100% drastically, the bill that was passed changes the entirety of the student loan program in America.
Mm-hmm.
And it is they talk about how large the debt is, and everything. There's just about $2 trillion in outstanding student loan debt, okay? I guarantee you that's not all above, it didn't all go to, big liberal lefties in San Francisco, right? I mean, people all over the 50 states go to college.
Yeah.
And people in all 50 states, I'm assuming, don't pay cash for it. Okay, so it's not like red state people in Alabama, pay cash to go to college, but all the communists in New York take
could it
out
be
loans.
that this is a move by the Trump administration to create a better life for a certain class of people and make all the other classes of people suffer by measure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly going to do things like that. I mean, a lot of this stuff is brought on by like the Heritage Foundation and stuff.
I mean, like my question to you is, and all the people that Vice is picking up and transporting out of the country, how many of them are white?
Well, I mean, none, I mean, yeah. So I mean, like I said,
I'm sure there are a lot of British people that came here as illegal immigrants and have stayed here, and I don't see them going after those guys.
I mean, a lot of the changes that they're making, are just going to have such a delayed effect. But I mean, I can just guarantee that like 6 months from now or whatever, there are going to be some people. I mean, I'm serious, that I know voted, for Trump, and they're going to be like, "Are you seriously telling me that I used to pay, $202 a month for my student loan program, and my repayments and my new payment is $685?"
Yep.
Yeah, they
I mean,
started.
because those are like the kind of numbers that are going to happen.
Yep.
And if you can't pay it, they have completely in that law removed all the ways that you can work around it. I mean, they will literally, you get your 90 days, and if you haven't paid up in 90 days, like they start garnishment now.
Yep.
I mean, so there's no way to get it's just like the IRS now. They can, the IRS, if you owe them money and you're not working it out with them, they, as far as I've always understood it, they can like empty your bank account. You know,
I just started all that interest this first of this month.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like even if you go back to school and all that, where your loans go into deferment, they used to like waive interest and stuff like that. Now they just let it accrue, right? I mean, it's like they've turned the student loan program into like borrowing money from some Tony Soprano
loan
family.
shark.
Loan shark. I mean,
Kevin, you're in the middle of all of this with your daughter, right?
Yeah, but I haven't had to yet take any loans out. Might have to next year, but I've been able to scoot through a little bit. It's been tight, extremely tight.
Yeah, and so if he takes it out to pay for her, he is probably going to go through like those parent loans, like the Parent Plus loans and everything.
Yeah,
and they absolutely raped that system.
Yep.
I mean, that's one of the ones that they changed the worst, and then they absolutely gutted, the PSLF, which was, if you owe student loans and you are willing to work in some sort of public service, they will forgive them later.
Yeah.
So after like 10 years, and the reason, it was to get people to teach in the inner cities, and it's funny because I know all these crackheads and stuff that work in these rehab centers and all this, and that's how they get paid from the federal government to try to get people off of drugs in Appalachia and all that. And they all voted for Trump. And I'm just going to be laughing in 6 or 8 months when they start realizing that, oh, we're not going to get all this money from the government anymore to help these people. And I went to school to become a counselor after I got off drugs. And I thought I was going to get public service loan forgiveness. And I've been here for 6.5 years. I only had 3.5 more years to go. But now they're saying that my drug treatment center isn't big enough, or they'll just make up some reason. I mean, these people have destroyed their own lives, and I don't really know that they understand it yet. because the consequences have not. They're like an injured person who doesn't realize how injured they are because the adrenaline hasn't worn off yet.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean, to me, and when it does, and the pain sets in, and then you realize you have pain, then you panic. So I don't know. I mean, I just read this stuff slowly, but I know about the student loan deal because we're in it. I mean, I'm continuing my education. I don't have too much longer to go, and my doctorate will be finished. But I've started paying on my own. While I pay on my own way to finish it, my previous loans are deferred for payment. But still, some of the things that they did to it, they just make it so much harder. I mean, my wife has gone through this process with her loans every year of recertifying her income and all this. And this year, it was a pain in the ass. I mean, she had to fax in the same paperwork or scan it like 4 times, and she didn't get an answer till the last day. And I mean, and in years past, she did it early like she's supposed to, and 5 to 7 business days later, they sent her the thing with what the new payment would be based on her income, and it was over.
And that's why I drive for Amazon.
Oh, by the way, I just noticed Bree is taking a picture of his food. Or is that what you're doing? Really? Are you one of those people?
Why?
Yeah. Show them your food, though. You showed a picture of your food there a second ago.
Yeah.
Show it again.
Well, but the thing I want to say, Alex, is no, you don't really have to pay for a master's or a PhD. There's so many scholarships and funds available, of course, externally to the U.S. Even within the U.S., there are ways to do it. I actually had my PhD funded, fully funded, but the master's I did not. I had to take out a loan. It was the worst decision I ever made. If I could go back in time, I wouldn't have done it. Loans are terrible. I ended up paying like double what I took out on the actual loan.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. And also the other thing is now, one of the things is that people have always had this idea that the USA is the best place to get a degree. No, it's not. And there's so many other places where you get a better degree and much cheaper. The USA system, and I think Josh kind of said this before, one of his predictions, I don't know if it was a hope, is that all the parts just come tumbling down.
Mm-hmm.
It gets so bad that it's just, you can't ignore it. But remember, Trump will just go on the screen and tell you that the tornado is going a totally different way. It didn't really hit you, even if your house was gone. So, this reality, he manipulates media so well.
Well, we don't wish horrible stuff on anybody, but as Josh brings it up occasionally, there are going to be a lot of people in certain parts of the country that were Republican country and were Trump country who are going to suddenly see that their boy is not taking care of them.
And Alex,
that's why he's going after all the gerrymandering, so he can be ahead of that.
Yeah.
One other thing I saw on Christiane Ramon's show on her YouTube, she talked about how the tariffs, they're knock-on effects of these tariffs. And she talked about Lesotho, which is the fourth country in Africa, I guess, and Trump put a 50% tariff on them before he reversed it to 15%. But apparently there were factories where all these women make jeans that they send to the U.S., and they laid all these people off, and now they don't have anything. And the U.S. aid is gone. I mean, I can see where Trump's mind was on those things, but when you enact things, with 1 day warning, you create a lot of
let me ask you something though, Bree. You live in Malaysia, and you've pretty much been an expat for as long as you've been calling this program. You don't choose to really live in the United States. Yet, are his policies affecting you at all personally?
No, they don't affect me personally.
Okay.
And I am available for ambassador or charge d'affaires of any of the countries in Southeast Asia or the Middle East. I know that pretty well too.
Okay. Yeah.
Just in case.
I'll let you know. Okay.
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 Thanks a lot.
I'll pass you. I'll pass your.
I'm just as qualified as anyone that's there.
Yeah. Right.
Who are you?
Well, why don't you run the IRS while you're at it?
You did see what South Park did to Kristi Noem this week?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Among the things they're doing in that is her constantly shooting animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute little pets, kitties, puppies. And then she's had her face done so many times now, it keeps falling off. And they have to keep stapling it back on. And supposedly Kristi Noem saw it, and she thought it was terrible what they did.
We called it lazy.
Called it lazy comedy, and that it was anti-woman.
Anti-Kristi.
Yeah. Look at that food. I'm jealous. Bree, that's some good-looking sushi. There's some. What is the soup? What is the soup? It looks like
that's udon noodle.
Udon noodles.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
and then
that's my tempura.
And you got some tempura. Okay, now
Alex,
what?
I want you to go out to a Japanese restaurant in New York City, find this same thing, and show me the bill.
Okay, but first of all, anybody want to guess how much that meal is costing him right now?
A lot less.
Huh? What'd you say?
$6.
$6? Anybody else want to take a guess?
I would say $5.
Well, I'm going to say $5. Are we right, Bree?
I gotta look it up based on the exchange rate today.
The American dollar is weak.
I think I'll run for the director of the FBI.
Yeah.
I can't do much worse than the guy's doing.
Yeah. The guy, it isn't a guy.
Cash Patel.
Okay.
Oh, Cash Patel. Yes, you're
Cash
right.
Patel.
I'm sorry.
What do you think of Pam Bondi?
Oh,
Yeah, I was thinking of
$6.
Pam
Whoever
Bondi.
said 6 was right.
Alan wins. Still very cheap compared to here.
And it's gonna be a lot cheaper than here in the future because our prices are going up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's going to get worse and worse. You know,
shoplifting is going to be in vogue.
They're bragging about how much they're getting in tariffs. Like they're bragging about how much more they're taxing their people.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying, "Oh, look how much money we're making on tariffs." To begin with, remember, this guy is the worst businessman in America.
He didn't want to. Nobody can try. I don't know how they trust this guy to do anything, really.
Yeah, but so any kind of deals he's trying to make. Oh, he's going to make a deal with Putin this weekend or next week. Yeah, yeah. You know something? Trump is Putin's bitch. He knows he's got him. You know, so he'll tell him, "Oh yeah, we'll do this and we'll do that," and then Trump will come back and say, "I made a deal for this and for that," and then Putin won't do any of it.
And they're meeting. They're meeting in Alaska. They're meeting in Alaska. I think they're going to meet at Sarah Palin's house.
I was going to say the reason why they're moving.
So Putin could see Russia from where he's negotiating.
They're doing it in Anchorage, but you know, where are they going to do it? At the Anchorage Rotary Club? I mean, what's up there that you know? It's amazing. It's just amazing.
AOC for president.
What?
Who?
AOC.
AOC for president. Sure, why not?
Trump will get some Eskimo strippers.
No, but Alex, does she represent the Bronx?
What?
Does AOC represent the Bronx?
No, I think she's over in Queens, but I'm not sure.
I think she might be Bronx out.
Might be Bronx.
Yeah.
I watched a 4K video on YouTube where the guy just takes a camera and walks down the street from the Bronx. I'm telling you, I thought it looked like developing country. It looked really
It's had its problems. It's had its problems. But now we got Mandami running for, who's Islamic, running for mayor of the city of New York. And
I thought he won.
Huh?
Well, he
No,
won the
primary.
Primaries.
Okay.
But guess who wants to get involved?
Giuliani.
Donald Trump.
No, better than that.
Says he's thinking of getting involved.
Trump.
Which is going to mean Mandami is going to win for sure.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's he going to go for? This moron that's been the mayor for the last 4 years? I'm sorry. That's a bad person to back. Okay.
And can you imagine if he backs Cuomo? They said they had a phone call. Is that true?
Yeah.
Cuomo? No, he won't back Cuomo. He won't back Cuomo. Cuomo has what?
They have been talking.
That's what they said.
Alex,
They're both in the mob.
speaking of Cuomo, did you see Chris Cuomo fell for an AIT deep fake video?
Yes.
Anyway, hey, that.
Did you see that?
No, but where the music's playing and I'm trying
Please go and watch it.
Want to get out of here at a reasonable time and not screw up the ending of the program because I can screw up everything else lately. Anyway, I want to thank Charlie for being with us tonight. Josh, always a pleasure to have you here. Alan, good to have you. Tom Yamaguchi, pleasure. Jeffrey Stein, always great. Patrick, I just love having you here. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy. Kevin, you make me feel warm and fuzzy too. How's that? Bree, not so much. And Tony, anytime I can give to the cause to help any kids with your problems, I'm happy to do it. And finally, Ray, always good luck with Shakespeare, okay? Brush up on your Shakespeare. Okay. And that's it for tonight. Let me see here. Let me say, everybody wave goodbye. Okay, there they go, folks. And here we are, folks, and we're getting ready to leave and end the program. And next will be Amy Manuel. She'll be here with The Intersection, and she'll be taking your calls on Zoom. You simply go to gabnet.net, go to the third column, go down to the bottom, and it says Amy Manuel. You click on that, and you go right to her Zoom panel. Now, meanwhile, I'll see you again on Monday with the pop-up show, and then again next Wednesday. Same time, same station. In the meantime, as always, if you see her, of course, tell her I love her, okay? Bye-bye.